Hey, for Saturday, October 31st, 2020, this is the Pro and Con Show, and I'm your host, Michael James Ott, just as it says on the magic tablet. Okay, so purpose of the show is to encourage us to be better citizens. Okay, we are allowing these the two political parties and the associated rhetoric with those two political parties because they work very hard. They spend lots of money on television advertising, on various psychological studies and stuff like that. They are working very hard to form us into two tribes so they can fight a battle for control and power in the United States of America. So there's these wealthy, powerful, influential people, and some of them mostly kind of believe this way, and some of them mostly kind of believe this way. And they basically have decided that they're going to have this cold civil war, basically, is what it is. If you think about it, it's a civil war, only without actual fighting in most cases. Very much, the analogy, very much like the Cold War that we had with the Soviet Union. Okay, there were these skirmishes around the edges, right? Vietnam, Korea, Cambodia, okay? Some places like Poland, Czech Republic, some places around the world where these two behemoths would, test their strength and actually fight, with weapons. And then mostly, though, it was this massive rhetoric thing, propaganda thing, to try to control the destiny of the future of the world in that case. And the parallel in this country is try to control the destiny of this country and where it's headed. And never with the best interest of the people involved, totally in the best interest of these people, the wealthy, influential people. Okay, so again, this is show number 4, and then there's 3, 2, 1. So there's 3 more shows after this one, and then the Pro and Con show will come to an end. Again, we, the citizens of this country, we need to be better citizens. We need to realize that this sort of thing is happening to us, and we are allowing this. We are allowing ourselves to be manipulated. We are. Me, you. We are allowing ourselves to be manipulated. And I beg you to step back and do what I've been advocating for a year and a half, 2 years. Be a better citizen. Pro and con, good and bad, for and against. Listen to the opposing side and not with this anger and tell me about your walk in life that got you to where you are on this particular issue. And I would beg you to do that in respect to me. Listen to my walk in life. Listen to what I've seen, what I've done, what I've observed, what I think I know. And what we'll do is we'll come to this better understanding where we can all say, okay, yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize this. And we'll come to this more common ground, and then we can talk it through. We can say, look, regardless of the major issue, here's what we like, here's what we don't like. So how do we make the things that we like better, embellish them, increase them? How do we mitigate or minimize or eliminate the things that we don't like? And step by step, how do we do that? How do we do that? Walking together, arm in arm, into a better and brighter future. And I guarantee you, that is without the political parties. We need to get rid of it. And this is not the political party thing. The concern about the political parties. This is not a new thing. George Washington. Okay, those of you that you know, put the founding members of our democracy on a pedestal. George Washington, the first president of the United States, he was vehemently opposed to the formation of these political parties. And he, obviously being a fairly intelligent person and having some foresight, he foresaw that step by step this was going to be problematic and trouble for us. Okay, so citizens, statesmen, get rid of the political parties. They are manipulating us. Do not allow yourselves to be manipulated. Okay, Republican or Democrat. Stop the insanity. I beg you to stop the insanity. Now, in a related topic, the title of this show is called Grim Reaper. And why is it Grim Reaper? Well, on the Republican side of things, you've got two people in particular. So I'm going to mention two of them. So one of them is Mitch McConnell. And Mitch McConnell is and boasts publicly that he is the Grim Reaper of all democratic ideas. So any idea that comes from the Democratic Party, Mitch McConnell is the Grim Reaper. He's like death to anything that comes from the Democratic Party. And he's been extremely effective in that. He's been extremely effective, you know, keeping the slight majority that he has in the Senate, you know, unified, and you know, and it basically, again, this is the reason why the political parties are destroying America, because whether it's the Republicans or the Democrats, this thing about, you know, us versus them precludes the, hey, let's take care of us, all of us. It precludes it because they have to win. There's the number one priority for both political parties is just winning. Winning. The hell with the average American, we don't give a damn other than we need to get them in the tribe, sign them up, keep them on our side, and battle over this couple percent. And it's a winner take all, you know, literally one vote in the nation. I mean, it could, you know, the Electoral College, it could come down to someday a single vote in a single swing state. One person's vote, okay, makes the difference. One person's vote. So you could have like 69 million votes for one candidate, 69 million and one for the other candidate. One vote, winner take all. And that's where we are. It's literally this contest between these two political parties and the wealthy, influential people that run them. And they don't give a damn about me or you. They don't give a damn. They talk about they do. Of course, you know, you listen to the leaders, they talk, oh yeah, the people, blah, 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 but that's all part of the shtick. It's all part of the propaganda. They are never going to care about the people, and you know this because things that people want, the average American wants, I mean, it's like 75% or 80% of the average Americans out there, okay, of the public, 75 or 80% of us want to, you know, step by step address the gun violence. And that's not necessarily, and by the way, it won't be, the solution won't be just taking away guns. That's not the solution. But we want to have a national, you know, priority on you know, making this country safer from things like gun violence. So even though it's popular, the concept of doing these things is popular, our political parties just won't do it. And so one of the reasons why is because if you have, a House of Representatives that's Democratic, which we've had most on and off, mostly for a while, and then the other House in Congress, the Senate, is Republican, never going to happen. Never going to happen. And especially, it's just getting worse. The partisanship is just getting worse. And you know it is. Everyone knows it is. And in this run up to this election, it's just getting worse. We are allowing ourselves, again, more and more and more to be put into cults, basically, into these tribes where, we just can't accept that someone else with an alternate opinion might have a good point. Okay? It's us versus them, and it's all driven by the propaganda and the advertising, basically, the money, propaganda coming from these megaphones of these two different viewpoints. Or most of us are centrists, plus or minus. Most of us are centrists. Okay. Now the other Grim Reaper I want to speak about, I talk about McConnell and how he's automatically. I don't care if it's a Democrat came up with this idea. If it's a Democrat sponsored the bill, the answer is no. He just says it. That's it. That's me. Give me millions of dollars, flood money into these systems where I can reapportion and reelect people into the Senate. Again, they only need 51 people. 51 people. If they get 51 people in the Senate, they have incredible power over judges, over any legislation. 51 people. And a slight majority, 51-49. That's it. Couple votes in the Senate, and we're screwed. Okay. The other Grim Reaper is Mr. Trump. Now, in this pandemic, okay, I get it. It's election time to go out and normally have these big rallies and stuff like that. But in a pandemic where, especially with a virus that many of the people who are actually infectious, that can transmit this disease, don't even know they have it, and to have rally after rally after rally after rally after rally with these people packed in tightly, even if it's only 200 people. In some cases, some of his rallies was supposed to have 250, ended up having 2,000. Okay? You are doing a grave disservice to the average person. And again, you don't give a damn. This is the whole point. This is what I was talking about, the political parties and these people that run them, and the leaders that they insert into this. They don't give a damn about the average person, and the fact that almost certainly in this time when the pandemic is raging, the virus is increasing. And yes, these are outdoor venues, which is better than indoors, no question about that. But still, hundreds of people, many of them, most of them in many cases, sometimes it's 80 or 90%, aren't wearing masks even, standing shoulder to shoulder and yelling and screaming and cheering, for the person giving the speech. You're going to get, dozens of cases, hundreds of cases, depending on how big the rally is. You're going to get them. It's going to happen. And and Mr. Trump doesn't give a damn. Grim Reapers, the leaders of our political parties, Grim Reapers, they don't give a damn about you and I. We need to change it. Citizen statesman, look at the previous videos. New amendment to the Constitution does not affect the structure of the government, which is good, but affects how we find and populate the places in that government, which right now is bad, sucks. The two-party system is killing America. It's literally and figuratively killing us. For the Pro and Con Show, my name is Michael James Ott, and until the next show, bye for now.